If you like Alien Isolation, then you'll probably like Routine, the first-person sci-fi horror game announced 13 years ago, being overhauled in 2020 after the studio's dissatisfaction with this direction, which seems like it was the right idea since it's a solid space horror experience. From the beautiful retro futuristic aesthetics to the HUDless immersive gameplay, it's all here. Set in an alternate future where humanity made it to the moon and partially colonized it sometime in the 1980s, which means a lot of old CRTs and 80s era computers are everywhere. There's a sort of VHS looking filter over everything, giving it that retro look, but still looks photorealistic. Most of the horror comes from the spooky atmosphere you get from an abandoned space station, and doesn't over-rely on jump scares. You really feel the dread and isolation of this character who has awakened on the moon with no person alive in sight, giving in the game a very liminal aspect to it with places that are usually crowded with people, now devoid of life. Except for the killer robots that want to squeeze your head off. But there was this one nice robot who was pretty helpful. Thanks, little buddy. Quickly after starting the game, you'll notice that there's little hand-holding as possible, and you may be wandering around this maze-like levels quite a bit, which may seem obtuse. But once you understand how to solve things and progress, it becomes easier. I was stuck in the first room longer than I'd like to admit. To give you some advice, I'd make sure you read everything from emails to post-it notes. There's usually something there that will help you out. And learn everything you can about the CAT or Cosmonaut Assistance tool, the main mechanic which is used for everything from a weapon to saving your game and puzzles. It has sort of a Wi-Fi that connects to computer terminals and these projector points on the walls, which will display your tasks and other things you collected like videos and emails. But it can feel clunky at times as you try to hit the right button on the CAT to activate the right mode, or to try aiming it as a weapon. Not a whole lot of stealth, at least in the first half of the game, but you will be dodging some killer robots, which you can just sneak around, but I usually just outrun them until I lose them. It's very unnerving. If they grab you, they'll throw you to the ground, allowing you to get up again. But if it gets you a second time right after, it's game over, and there's no health bar. And if their core is exposed, you can stun them with your CAT for a brief period of time. I won't get too much into the later half of the game, but there is something else stalking the moon base. A terrifying hostile entity that changes up the pace of the game, and goes in a cool direction which I'd feel guilty for telling you more. But trust me, it's the Alien Isolation stuff you want. Routine is a very minimalist kind of game, trying to figure out its puzzles and clunky mechanics, and it's refreshing to have a game in today's age that does zero hand-holding, though you may be looking up a puzzle solution online occasionally. It's a solid 6 to 7 hour sci-fi horror game with a great second half, that I recommend trying, especially if you have Game Pass. Thanks for watching. If you found this review to be helpful, please drop a like. And if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more of the latest horror game reviews.